Get out of here, ad. Go. What's up, Justin Newsom? What's up, bro? Didn't even wash my hair, bro. What's up, bro? Clicks? What about clicks? Share my live stream, the Discord. I also recorded this execution, so I might I'll probably post it on YouTube later, a live execution. Just joined one of my confluences. It was mainly it was my model, call it the freedom model. That's like the whole framework behind it. But aside from that, we took out sell side, had the SMT with ES, and then had to change the state of delivery. And I entered on this this fair value gap, this old fair value gap, stop loss below the order block midpoint, and just rode it from there. Don't think we're bullish at all. Maybe setting up TGIF on the monthly candle. Trump will agree on the trade deal over the weekend. Maybe. Are we bullish on the higher time frames though? I'm not. I don't know. I wouldn't know. Tomorrow is Friday, like you said, so maybe we are just setting up for TGIF. We also still have that the new week opening gap that's still unfilled, along with these lows right here. These lows right here. So we'll see if we want to sell off tomorrow or beginning of next week. Nice. Thank you, Swig. Thank you. If this hourly candle close back inside, I will go short. Go right ahead, buddy. I'm done for the day though, so. Monthly TGIF already tapped. How's my day? My day's good, bro. My day, well, I mean, it just started. I've only been up for like 2 hours or so, but so far it's been pretty good. How's your day been, Shaney? I think that's how you, I think that's your name. I'm assuming your name is, it's just Shaney. Good morning. What's up, life-changing vibe? Nearly had the same feel, but got edged. Rip. What was your where was your limit at? What was your entry on? Chill day, nice. OTS Shane. It's a Shane. Okay. OTE on the 1 minute. Oh. I mean, it's all right, bro. I mean, you can't catch all the trades. I missed my trade yesterday in the AM session, and then I caught a trade in the PM session, but I wanted shorts in the AM session yesterday. I missed them. Was, emotional and upset, so I had to get off the charts. And then I came back in the PM session and got a win. Dude, my lighting is horrible. Oh, it's because my window's open. Hold on. All right. It should be a little better. You're the best. You are the best, eh? Am I on micros? Yes, I am on micros. SMT. There was indeed a SMT at the lows, at the highs too. Was there? No, there was SMT at the highs. There was indeed. Do I ever trade FX pairs? No, I don't. I used to trade Forex, but I switched to this now. 30.4, 30.5 doable. We'll see. Freedom model. Yes, sir. Freedom model is here. Failure for 4-step reversal equals continuation. I'm not really too familiar with the 4-step reversal. How does the stream look? Is it lagging at all, or is it fine? Do I get on the charts at 8:30 Central Time? Let me see what Central Time is compared to mine. Two hours ahead. No, I get on the charts at 8 o'clock Central Time, I believe. 9 a.m. Judas swing down into POI. Yes, sir. Well, first we had the manipulation higher, right? Run the fake run in the real direction. Then you have your Judas swing, and then you have the real move. That is your freedom model. Good at the shit, mud. Thank you, bro. Small lag? No. Crystal clear? Okay, thanks. Oh, it's just scared? I might be just scared then. I do have a warning that it might be laggy, so that's why I'm asking. Drop the sauce, bro. I can't drop the sauce. I already dropped the sauce, bro. The sauce is my YouTube channel. What did I mean about time and the drawn liquidity for today? I meant that because if we look at where the macro starts right here, you can see that we take this sell side liquidity right at the start of the macro, and then we immediately have our change in state of delivery. So pair that with the SMT that we had with ES, that tells me that this sweep on liquidity was significant. That's what I mean by time. If this weren't like near the macro, then I would have waited for the macro. But since it was right at the start of the macro, and then SMT with ES and the sweep on sell side, and the change in state of delivery, then that just tells me that we have switched from short-term sell program to the buy program. Yeah, I've been dropping a lot of sauce for free lately. A lot. That's a propulsion block? What? What's a propulsion block? This high probability order block? Oh my god, wait until you see the live execution, bro, and I mark out this high probability order block in real time and explain why it's high probability in real time, and you just watch it deliver. It's absolutely beautiful. I'll probably post that later today. High probability order blocks, propulsion block, I just don't know. See me that private, no edits. I don't know why I was bearish today. Well, I mean, there had to have been a reason why you were bearish, unless you just opened the charts and just said I'm bearish. So you should definitely journal about it. Kept trying to chase down Funo but okay, well, yeah, that's why. But you have to, just because something's in the charts doesn't mean you have to force it into the charts, because you know what you want to see versus what will actually play out isn't always going to, it's not always going to be it's always going to be the same, right? You won't always see exactly what you want to see in price. So that's why you have to get aligned with price and just adapt and learn how to read real-time price action, and then pair that with what you want to see, and then over time what you want to see will become more accurate. Bro, get out of here, Granger. Order block on your 12. What? Is the order block behind me? What's also the 50% retracement? Too easy. I don't even trade ICT. It's good for you, bro. As long as we're both making money, that's all that matters. That is all that matters. Maybe I should put this up here. Do I need an animation thing for this? I'll just leave it right there. I might have to cop some Lucid accounts though. The discount does end very soon. They have 50% off, so it's literally $70 for a funded account. So I might have to get some of those. Price setting the order block event? Oh. Order block. Why'd you say on your 12 then? What does that mean? What makes you go with that bias? I was selling on supply zone. Because we had buy side liquidity up top, this high right here from Asia session, right here, 6 p.m. high. That was my draw on liquidity, and then that was how I got my bias, bro. We were just also, we sold off overnight, so I was and we started forming bullish structure. So I was looking for a run on these highs on buy side. We might even get up to all-time highs today, but I won't be a part of any of that. I already got my trade for the day. This breaker was also influential in price as well as this wick. Everything I have marked out served a purpose. Let me just also mark this out. Because that's what I used for my entry. FRA gap. Then this order block sent price higher. Why people try to act superior because they don't trade ICT, that they don't know the meta? I don't know. People just hate ICT's character, and they use that to define ICT. They used ICT's character to define his concepts, and that is just like low IQ thinking. You need to be able to separate the concepts from the person. Focus is not from this world, bro. Thank you. I mean, bro, it took me years to, get this focus. So, anyone can focus on the level that I can. They just put in the work. I wish there was a bird emoji. I mean, they have this one, but it's not. You can't really see it because my chart colors are gray. Unfortunately, I wish you could change the color of it. They have the butterfly. I need to use a bird though. The eagle. That makes it seem like it's like an American model though, like Freedom America. I don't want to use that one. Is there any significance of the first red gap presented in a full ICT move in teachings? Yes. First red gap presented was this one right here. Look at how we used it to continue running higher. So you can see the significance right there. Should be a globe or a plane. What does that mean? and it was between 10:20 and 10:30. They don't. You're giving out too much sauce, Jalen McKinney. You're giving out too much sauce, bro. You can't be doing that. You're giving out too much sauce, bro. How do I feel when that big 1 minute candle came? I mean, I expected buy side to get ran out. I didn't expect it to like happen like that, but I did expect it to eventually get ran out. So I was just like, oh, okay. Like my target just got hit sooner than I expected. That's all there really was to it. That's what I used, and I thought I had some crazy sauce. I don't trade ICT. No, I mean, yeah, ICT, like I said, ICT just has his own like way of defining things, but I mean, you can still see the first value gap and, you know, watch it every single day for like 2 years, 3 years and see the significance it has on price and not trade ICT. You know, you better hop on COD, but I don't play COD, bro. I don't play COD. The only COD I do play is zombies, and I rarely play zombies anymore. My friends don't play zombies. I don't know why they don't like zombies. I love zombies though. But recently I've been playing 2K, I'm not gonna lie. My friends got 2K on PC, and we've been playing that recently. 2K and Val. I love trading, bro. Me too, bro. May I ask why you put it at the low and not your real entry and the real stop loss? This is my real entry and my real stop loss. I can show you my executions on my funded account platform if you like. Master ESDK. Tell him hush. Bro's a patriot? What does that mean? Did you see the release of the new COD, Modern Warfare 4? No, I did not. I know that shit's gonna be like $80, $70 though, so I probably won't be buying it. We're going to that for value gap up top, huh? Let me see. I mean, there's a 15-minute order block and a fair value gap, so if we're reaching for anything, we might be reaching for that, as well as let me see if we, oh yeah, we already hit it. I mean, you know, if the next target I would look for is this well, first you have the hourly rejection block right here, and then this 0.75 level from the daily wick. Those would be like the two next objectives, as well as this 15-minute for value gap. But like I said, I'm done trading, so I'm not going to be expecting anything else from price because I don't need to. Do you wait for sell side to get swept? If I'm long and I'm looking for longs, then yes, I do wait for sell side to get swept. What are my thoughts on CHF I don't trade Forex, so I can't give you any thoughts on that because I don't have any thoughts. Let me guess. I'm a center on two, bro. Hell no, bro. Short, bro. I'm not short. First of all, I'm not short. Second of all, I'm definitely not a center, bro. You know, I'm a dribble god. I'm a guard. I'll be ISOing. What you're showing is a 15-minute. Right now, I'm on the 1 minute. Why don't I trade Forex? I used to trade Forex a long time ago, but then I switched to futures when ICT started trading futures in 2022. And ever since then, I've just been trading futures. Am I still taking one-on-one students? No, not right now. I was in a limit order before sell side got swept as my stop loss. You're saying I should wait for sell side to get swept first? Yes, definitely. If you're long, if you're bullish and you're looking for longs, then you want to see some kind of sell side get swept first before looking for longs. Sir, I forgot you. How did I forget you? Did you ask a question? I didn't see it, Master ESDK. Lalo, DM me on Discord, Lalo. DM me on Discord. Because I know that you were. I wanna see how your sales journey is going. So update me on that. If this is your first time seeing me, I do have a free Discord down in the description, so feel free to join that. It's just a community of other traders, and I also share some of my analysis in there. Don't smile like that. You knew what I asked for, and don't. Bro, what? Dude, I don't know what you asked for. Let me scroll up. May I ask why you put it at the low and not you real entry in the real stop loss? Bro, I did answer that. I said this was my real entry in my real stop loss. I can show you the I recorded the live execution, bro. Don't worry. I'll upload the YouTube video later today, and I'll literally show you the live execution and me placing my entry and me placing my stop loss, and you'll see it all recorded. Okay, I'll upload it just for you. I'll put your YouTube handle in the title name. Be like at Master ESDK. Here you go. That'll be the title of the video. What's up with the project you're working on? Oh, it's I'm currently taking beta testers actually right now. So I have a few people testing it, and if you want to be one of the beta testers and test it out for completely free, DM me or join my Discord in the description, and then DM me. Just DM me. Tell me that you want to test it out, and then I'll give you access. And you said to me you will show it to me, but you never did. I got you, bro. I got you. Back up. What? You can also just show the execution now, so I don't have to wait like other people. Haha. Okay, bro. Do you want to see the execution so bad, buddy? I got you. Let me switch my window capture. You see the breaker? But it didn't create a Ferrari gap. What just happened? Okay, let me resize this. Alright, you just have to ignore the black bars for a little bit. But here's the account. You can see the top right, daily P&L, right? Qualified, that means funded account. Okay, master ESDK, and you can see the execution arrows right here, right? So I took a short loss right here, tried to go long prematurely, took a loss, and then I re-entered right here, right? The blue, you can see the blue arrow, right? That was my entry, the same as my trading view. Okay, and then you can see my exit up here, the red arrows. I got out at the buy side. Okay, and then the platform started tripping because this candle was just too much for this platform to handle. I guess Alpha Trader's a newer platform, so it's a little buggy at times, and it just like put in random orders, and I had to like spam close and cancel. But here's your execution, buddy. All right, and the same thing on here. These were 2 lucid evals. Same thing on here. Okay, entry down here, and then exit. I got out at this for Vega because I only needed 1500 for the consistency rule. But here's your executions. Okay, are you satisfied now, Master ESDK? Why did I take it? I got in before the breaker. You can see my entry here. I'll go back to TradingView now that Master ESDK is happy and satisfied, so I can explain the trade to you. And it always does this. Okay, there you go. Okay, let me see. Bro's feeding for it. Yeah, I know he was. I got 5 funded myself, but on execution labels. Bro, what? You're trolling? You might be. How'd you put on random orders? Because it's a newer platform, and it was tripping out because I had my TP set with limit orders, and it like didn't execute. So then I pressed flatten all, and then after I flattened my position, it like set off my limit orders. So I entered a new position on accident, and I had to immediately like get out of it. You did not entry down there. You entry almost at the high. All right, this guy is like literally trolling. You just exposed myself. You did not enter at the bottom. Oh my god, bro. Let me oh, is there a way? Okay, there is a way. I got you, bro. Just for this guy, bro. Just so I can. I know I don't have to. I know that like this guy is not entitled to me having to do all of this, but I will do it just for him. So if I go here down here to orders, I'm pretty sure I can see the price that I entered at. You see, I had to spam fly and cancel because it fucking entered random positions. But where can I just find my? Today's the 28th, right? Yeah, okay. Today's the 28th. That's where I got stopped out. Buy limit filled at 9:51. Okay, so let's zoom in. I'm doing this just for you, Master. Okay. It's 9:51. You can see right here the order I'm highlighting, right? Buy limit. Okay. The price. What is the price at? 29,945.50. Okay. 29,945.50. I don't know if you can see that, Master. I'll zoom in just for you, just so that you can see it. Okay. See that? 29,945.50. Okay. Now if we go to the chart, actually I need to zoom out a little bit so you can see the price scale. If we go to the chart, okay, and we look at where my entry was, let's find 29,945.50 right here. 29,945.50. You see that? You see that, Master ESDK? 29,945.50. That was my entry right there. Okay. Are you happy now? You're talking about Lucid? I mean, yeah, because I had to, bro, I'm trying to enter on this account, right? I have to enter on this funded account, and then I have to switch over to this other funded account that I have, take the same exact trade, and then switch over to my evals, and then take this entry. That's why this entry is so late. But I still had the same stop loss placement. So this entry, yes, this one is late because it was the last account I entered on. and I'm trading on the 1 minute time frame. So my trades are going to be moving fast. But you can see my funded accounts. Obviously I'm going to prioritize my funded accounts and enter on those ones first. But there you go, bro. I showed you the execution number, my limit fail number. It's right at the bottom. And yeah, there you go. All right. What platform am I using? The platform I was showing was Alpha Trader, but it's been having a lot of technical issues. But they have been like recouping losses and giving out free accounts. So they're just trying to develop the platform a little bit more. Great trade, thank you, Stoic Jack. No, I do not. Entry at the high, just put on execution laps, my friend, bro. Do you agree with Hassan Piker? I don't know who that is. Is my account the 0 account? Yeah, it is. That price is a part no at my job. What does that mean? You're not happy still? I tried. I'm sorry I can't satisfy you, Master ESDK. Why did I not both trades on the same account? Because it takes me time to switch over platforms, that's why. Yeah, that makes good sense to use them first. Yes, it does. It does. Not a master. Oh, shit. Master Goon. You guys are flaming this guy, bro. Still made 730 times 5. Nice, bro. Good job, bro. You're happy I'm showed it? Of course, bro. Of course. Like I said, I have the live execution video. I recorded it all as well, so I'll probably post that later today once I edit it. And actually, I probably don't even need to edit it. You guys will just have to sit through the boring silent parts. But that's a part of reading price, isn't it? Ain't that the truth? Do I still only trade for value gap? No. Payout for payout. All right, now we're just flexing egos. That's not a good sign, Master ESDK, if you're trying to have an ego battle. Because ego is a very big flaw in trading. So, and who you are outside the charts defines who you are inside the charts. When's my next Discord call? I need to ask more questions. I'm a sniper. Thanks, bro. My next Discord call? I don't know. Probably this Saturday. I'll probably do one. Just because it's the weekend. I'll probably do one this Saturday. Is no ego when we got proof over 2 years of full time, bro. That is pure ego, bro. You're asking someone to go payout for payout. That is pure ego. He's lame. I mean, yeah. How did I find this for value gap? Because, well, I saw that I liked it because we had this volume imbalance and it was right next to sell side, and just because we were in close proximity to the macro, so at 950, we were at this for value gap specifically, so I just marked it out. And then once we had our change in state of delivery after taking out sell side and forming the SMT with ES, Then I just entered once we came back down and touched it. Great trade, thank you. Can I explain my entry? Yeah, I kind of just explained it right there. But basically, I was targeting this buy side liquidity up here. So I was waiting for the macro after we had our Judas swing. Judas swing is basically just a manipulation leg that fakes everyone out. And then at the max start of the macro 950 is when I started looking for my entry. And then that's where I found my entry. Master pot. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows, bro? There's a lot of people on the internet, and they just like to hide behind the screen. So you can't really. The best thing you can do is just not give them too much attention. I've already gave them more than enough. If you master ESDK, if you watch my the video I just posted about my entire trading journey. I think it's titled, like, if you're about to quit trading, watch this video. You can watch that video, and I explain why I took my my breaks. I'm not talking down on you, Master ESDK, either. I'm just saying that if you're asking for people to go payout for payout, then that shows that you have, an ego, and an ego is very detrimental to your trading. So I'm just, you can't have a huge ego like that and be a consistently profitable trader in my eyes. That's all I'm saying. I could be wrong, but in my experience, me having that ego in the past never led to any kind of good trading. So I can have consistency rule, and how do I go about it? Yeah, it does. It does have a consistency rule. So I limit myself to how much I can make. That's how I go about it. Seen the SMT with the ES. What if NQ doesn't sweep sell side because of ES? What do you mean splitting wigs? So I only start trading at 950? Yeah, that's where I start looking for my entries, around between 945 and 950. And then 950 to 1010, that's the macro. So I'll look for, entries anywhere within that window. But I can look for entries as soon as 945, which is just 5 minutes before the macro starts. You pull up to the charts. Once you have won multiple times, your ego isn't a problem. You can tell, bro. Finally took a W on 5 accounts for the first time. I mean, I'm not gonna speak on him too much, bro. I'm just gonna let him be him. If he's successful, if he's profitable, hopefully he is, then, good for him. If he's not, then he's not headed in the right direction, and hopefully he can correct himself. Three more winning days for your first payout. Hey man, don't try and don't switch anything up. Don't really think about it too much. Just keep doing what you've been doing, keep doing what works, and don't even, just let it happen naturally. Don't try and force the winning days. I'm sure you already know all this stuff, but I'm just saying it just to remind you, right? You got your first payout is a big milestone, but at the end of the day, right, like, it's not like the end of the road, right? After your first payout, you're going to get more payouts in the future. So, don't treat this as if it's like the holy grail, right? But you got it, bro. Taking the very minimum, just show myself as possible. That's exactly what I did, bro. My first payout was $200 on Top Step, and that is literally the minimum payout that you can take out. That was my first payout ever. Central time? No, this is everything on the chart is Eastern time. How is the bottom bullish for Reg App if it went past? Just because we disrespected it doesn't mean that we can't use it in the future, which is exactly what we did. We closed below it right here, but then we immediately came right back up above it, and then we came down, tapped it right here. What is sell side liquidity? Sell side liquidity is basically where there's a lot of sell stops. So in the market, yeah, a stop loss. If you're long, your stop loss is a sell stop, and anyone who's long from this run up has their stop loss below this low. So that's what sell side liquidity basically is. And we take out all those people who are long, we stop them out right here, and then we go long. Not me. I'm not saying we as in me. I'm saying like they do that. As in the market makers, whatever the market makers are, whether it's people or an algorithm. I mean, yeah, Master ESDK, you were like trying to like expose me for like having fake executions. So I mean, I get it, bro. But then I told you I would show. I had literally recorded the whole thing, and I told you I'd post it later today. But you wanted to see it right here and then, so. Could I explain the rejection block? I mean, rejection block is right here. I don't really know how to explain it the best. I just know how to spot them. I would recommend looking up an ICT video on rejection blocks because he would explain it a lot better than I can. I just know how to spot them, but yeah, I don't want to like give you the wrong info on it, so I'm not gonna really say too much. How much did I make today? Across all my accounts, I think it was like 5,900, but 3,000 of that 5,900 is from evals, and then the other like 2,900 was on my funded accounts. You see where we're at the fair value gap? Oh, we indeed are at the fair value gap. There you go. We might even go for all-time highs end of today. You just wonder if it was truly right? Yeah, no, I get it, bro. I get it. Like, I get your skepticism, but if you know me, you know who I am, then you should know that, you know, I'm not really one to lie. And you said you watched some of my videos before, so you should know, like, I'm not like one of those guru liars. But yeah, you still wanted to question me, so. In this case, is a displacement after the sell side of what caught your attention? What was your sign that the manipulation had ended? Yeah, so there's three things, right? We had the sell side, the sweep on sell side, one. And then the second thing is that we had SMT with ES. I'll show you that right now. Okay, so this low right here, in correlation to this low, right? So we had SMT with ES after taking out sell side, and then the last thing is time, which is the most important thing. Time 950 is right when we took out the sell side, and then we had this change in state of delivery. Remove this real quick. Change in state of delivery meaning that we closed above this one second. We closed above this down close candle right here, which is a change in state of delivery, meaning that price action has changed from hunting sell stops or going down to hunting buy stops or going up. So basically it switched from a sell program to a buy program. And this right here, when we close above this down close candle, is what indicated to me that we switched from a sell program to a buy program. And then from there, that's when I started looking for my entry. And I found I wanted my entry on this order block, but I just entered on this, the fair value gap high right here. So that's what made me start looking for entry. Let me know if that made sense. I still work at Amazon. No, I haven't worked there since I moved. 'Cause I recently moved away from where I was working at before. I moved cities. Is this one of my best weeks? I mean, I guess you can say that. Yeah, well, last week and this week as well. Get $50 away from passing 4,000 combine, now down 1,200. How do you even come back from something like that? Well, um, first of all, at the end of the day, they're just combines, right? Not to like, you definitely like don't want to just brush this off as if nothing happened. But at the end of the day, it is just combines, right? It's like $100 each, so it's not like you're losing that much money really. But second of all, you just have to learn from your mistakes, right? And journal, because clearly you did something wrong. If you went down 2,400 from $50 away from passing, you did something wrong. You probably over leveraged to try and pass, or you deviated from your original trading model that you usually trade just so that you can try and pass, and then you ended up losing that trade, and then you just went on tilt from there, right? So you did something wrong. You have to figure out what you did wrong. You have to journal so that you can learn from this mistake. That's how you come back from something like that, and realize it's not the end of the world, right? Even if you blow a few accounts, it's not the end of the world, as long as you're learning lessons from the accounts you blow and not just consistently blowing accounts and mindlessly not learning anything from them. Then you're just going to keep repeating the cycle. So make sure that you're like I said, you're journaling, learning about yourself, learning what you did wrong, so that you can apply the lessons that you learned in the future. That's how you come back from something like that. If you don't journal and you don't learn from what you did and learn from your mistakes, and you're just going to keep repeating the same mistakes over and over again. Am I up 20K on my funded? No, that's it's a 25K account, the one that I showed, and right now I'm up 4.4K on that account, and then my other 50K account, I think I'm up like 2K in total. It was 8 months ago for NY. I was going back to start a stream, see trading, or start after. So I was like, is this truly right then? I guess. How do I stay so calm after entry? I passed my account today on manipulation like down. That went long. Got helped out for my bias. Blew my second eval. It was a 25K okay and 1 mini. I stay calm after my entry because I know my model like the back of my hand, and I've seen it play out thousands of times. So like there's no reason for me to be nervous at all, right? If I know what I'm looking for and I've seen it play out thousands of times, I've seen it over and over and over again, then there's no reason for me to be nervous. There's no reason for me to be fearful. As long as I'm not over leveraging, as long as I'm managing my risk and I'm following my model, then minimum emotions should be involved in any trade I take. Do I not trade ES? No, I only trade NQ. Repeating my question, but you made a video a few weeks ago saying you're quitting trading for now, focus on a software company, right? Or did I misunderstand that? Don't get me wrong, I love that. So, no, so basically what I meant, thank you by the way, but basically what I meant is that I'm removing trading from like my number one priority in life to like maybe like number 3 or 4, and I'm putting other things in priority, like my own like physical life, my mental health, the people around me, and making sure I'm being there for them as well, and then also other business ventures, like you said, the software platform, and stuff like that. So that's basically what I meant. I'm still trading actively, as you can see, but I just shifted my priorities a little bit. That's what I meant from the video. Tried to win $50, you kept losing. Thanks for the answer, bro. Of course. What do you do if I'm close to passing the account, like $50 to $200 away? I would still trade like any other day. That's what I would do. That's the best thing that you can do. Just treat it like any other trading day, and just trade how you normally trade. What was my thought process for market open? You were bearish. My thought process was buy side. I wanted buy side even before the market opened. And then I said, okay, if I want buy side, then I want to see the freedom model play out, which is basically what we did. We had our run higher, took out minor buy side, then we got our Judas swing, and then we started the real move. So that was basically my thought process. You don't know how we trade the small account? You mean the 25K? Oh, no, Simon. I'll never I'll never fully step away from trading. I'll take breaks. I'll take breaks here and there, but fully stepping away, no. How do I hold through the pullback? What pullback? You're talking about this one right here? I held through this pullback because I had faith in my analysis. And we still had nothing from this pullback. Let me get rid of this. Nothing from this pullback told me that we're gonna go lower, right? Because we still had this fair value gap. We still had this order block. It's not like we disrespected both of those. Those were still in place. So my stop loss was below both of those, and my stop loss was protected. So that's why I have faith in my ability to read price and as well as my model. And even if I do get stopped out, right, I'm not scared of getting stopped out. If I get stopped out, then I get stopped out, and I take a losing trade. Losing trades are going to happen. So I think that also plays a big part of it. It's just the fact that I'm comfortable taking a losing trade. What's the max payout on the 25K? On the zero account Alpha Futures, it's $1,000. I don't know what it is for other prop firms that have a 25K account. What's up? Alexis Trades. My mental only allows me to trade 100K minimum. Bro, the 50K accounts are the best accounts because it's the best bang for your buck. And if you really think about it, 50K accounts are the same exact thing as 150K accounts. If there's no, well, I mean, now that they changed the payout caps to each different tiers, and it's a little bit different. But on the 50K account, if you grow your balance to $4,500, then it's just a 150K account at the end of the day. The only difference is the contract sizing, or it used to be the contract sizing. But now they switched. Now they're tiering the payout caps, which they didn't do before. So that also makes a difference. Wonder why YouTube didn't notify. Do you have noties on? How can I increase my chances of not fucking up? Have a set risk management plan, and have a set model that you know like the back of your hand, that you know exactly what to look for. Those are the two best things that you can do to increase your chances of not fucking up. That's it. That's the exact mindset to have, Simon. Or Simon. That's the exact mindset to have. You only fail if you quit. The plan is never to quit. So therefore, you can never fail. Did I ever move stop to break even or turn my stop up? Yeah, so I moved my... You'll see in the live execution video later when I post it later today. But I moved my stop up after we took out this high right here on this run right here. I moved my stop up to this low, and then the reason why I didn't move it to this low after this run higher is exactly because of what you saw right here, right? So I moved it to this low. We come down. So I'm already break even at this point, right? So after we take out these relatively equal highs, close above this wick contra encroachment, that's when I move my stop loss to break even, not to this low, because I was thinking of the chance of this happening, and it did happen. So then once we take out this low, we form this order block, and then we propel higher. And then after we do that, I put my stop loss to this low, below the breaker, because price shouldn't come back down here because we already did the damage to the short-term sell side. Last Friday you talked about 10:20 and 10:30 time. Where did you learn about it? I learned about it from myself. I learned about it from watching the markets every single day for 4 years straight and seeing the same thing happen within that 10-minute window. That's where I learned it from. Do you feel like you have figured out psychology part of trading yet? For me, it's been 3 years and I have the technical analysis in place, but not psychology. Any tips? I feel like the psychology part I have figured out for the most part, yes. Does that mean that I can always apply what I know? No. Right? I still might make mistakes. I still might go on tilt here and there. The goal is obviously to just decrease the number of times you go on tilt. So if you go on tilt like 10 times a month, you want to try and decrease that to maybe 5 times a month, and then 3 times a month, and then hopefully you can get it down to like 1 to 2 times a month, right? And by tilt, you don't have to blow your account by going on tilt either. You can go on tilt and then stop yourself. But the end goal obviously is to never go on tilt, right? Which is easily achievable. Anyone can do that. And the best way to do that is, like I said, you need to have a set model, a technical model that you follow in price, and then a set risk management plan that you follow every day. That's the best thing that you can do. But as far as tips, you need to, like I said, you need to journal and learn about yourself, why you do what you do, why you're impulsive, why you have those impulses, what your own personal thoughts are that lead to those impulses, that kind of stuff. You need to learn about yourself before you can actually, change your psychology, because if you don't know what to change, then you can't change. You just trade 500 trade. I can't really trade 250, bro. You can make millions of dollars risking $250. What's up? What's up, Draft On? That was such an easy long, man. It was so easy. How do I get like you biggest bros? All right, AGZ. How do you get like me, bro? You know, life the charts for 3 hours. For 3 to 4 years straight. Studying ICT concepts. That's how you do that. Sacrifice everything. Can you help me with this? I've been trading for 3 years now. My understanding of price is insane now, but I can't find a model that suits me because I feel like every AM session is so different. Well, that's the thing. Every AM session isn't really different, right? My freedom model, if you join my Discord, you'll literally see that I have been this freedom model has been playing out like almost every other day. You'll see it in the Discord because I kind of like post it when it does happen, and it's there. And my model is not the only model that presents itself every day, right? Not every day, but most of the time. So every AM session isn't different. First of all, you need to understand that, and then second of all, if you have a journal, which you should, hopefully you do have a journal, then just go back through your journal and then find the trades where you journaled about how good they felt, how confident you were in those trades, how easy that trade was. Those are the trades that you want to focus on, and you want to mold a model around those trades that were so easy that you were confident in, your A+ setups. Mold your model around those trades. That's how you find a model that suits you. If you don't have a journal, then you need to start journaling, and keep that in mind. Keep in mind the trades that feel easy, the trades that you feel extra confident in, the trades that you're okay with losing. That's the main thing. The trades that you're okay with losing are the ones that you need to focus on. Have I tried grading London opening range and Asia opening range into the 8th or 16th? No, I have not. Did I make my money back from blowing evals? Yes. My paper trading? No. I took these on my funded account. I just have these executions to show you on TradingView. So MEQ swept Asia high and created SMT with MES inverse 15-minute BISI, then created a 15-minute CB. Did that 15-minute CB not concern you? No, it did not. I saw that actually, but I was sticking to my bullish bias because I thought this buy side was gonna get hit, so I didn't switch biases or anything. But I did see exactly what you're talking about playing out in real time. But I had my bullish narrative, my bullish bias, and I just stuck to it. The reason I ignored I'll show it on the right side chart so it's a lot more clean. But I'm gonna show you guys what he's talking about. So he's talking about right here when we inversed this 15-minute BISI, and we tapped it and then ended up continuing lower, and that's when we took out this low. So we took out this low right here, which is the sell side I have marked out right here. So this sell side is this low on the 15-minute chart, and we hit this inversion 15-minute BISI, and then we came down, swept out sell side, and then we came back up. But the reason why I was ignoring this structure is because if you go on the 1 hour, what do you have here? Right? And you see on the left side chart, on the 1 minute chart, it's right here. I have it marked out right here, 60-minute order block. So that's why I was ignoring the 15-minute structure, was because of that reason right there. Higher time frames always hold priority and more significance over the lower time frames. Always keep that in mind. Thanks for the tips, of course, bro. In Discord, but I want to build like my own model, I want something personal. Good one. Trades that are so easy and obvious. Yeah, bro, those are the ones that you need to mold your model around. And then boom, you have your own personal model. Let me put this back on here. I was in the short and I was holding without a stop and I got smoked. Dude, why are you in a, first of all, why are you in a trade without a stop loss? You should never be doing that. Okay? Never do that, ever. SMT from ES to the upside. You're talking about right now? Yeah, it was a good run for 2 years of trading. My financial situation isn't good, so I'm gonna have to step down away from trading, even though I love it. I still be paper trading. You still think I should still be studying PA and paper trading? Yes, you should definitely still be studying and paper trading, unless your mental is completely fried. Right? If your mental is completely fried with trading, then you should just step away from the charts overall. But if you're still like, if you can still look at a chart without getting upset and getting angry, then you can still, paper trade and still study price. But like, I've had to take my breaks because I literally would not be able to open a chart without just getting upset and angry. So that's why I had to take my breaks. But if you don't feel that way, then you can still easily study price and be okay with that. Just being arrogant, expecting lower. Close my phone account. I was being greedy on my live personal. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, at least you made money in your funded accounts, but I mean, obviously your live personal account is more important. But like you said, better. It was just a mistake, and we all make mistakes, so just something to learn from. Mental is very good and everything, but it's just financial that's holding you back. Okay, then yeah, like you can easily still study price and still get better at reading price, and when you come back, you'll be able to read price even better. But do you guys have any more questions or anything? I'm about to head off this stream but I want to make sure I answer any more questions before I head off. And also, if you guys are new, make sure you join the Discord down in the description. Completely free. It's just a community of like-minded traders. Would I ever trade live? I used to trade live in front of people who were paying me to teach them. But it turns out that most of them were just, signal bots, because I would be live trading every day, and I definitely don't want that, right? My goal for anyone that I'm trying to teach or help is that they become independent and learn how to trade for themselves. I just help them get to that point. So I would trade live, like, to teach people, but I wouldn't do it every day again, no. WStream, thank you. What I mostly wrestle with is I can identify bias and narrative and where price is going on a higher time frame, but then I don't know when price will continue going those higher time for POIs. I mean, other than macros. Wait, let me read that again. Bias narrative, where price is going on a higher time, but then I don't know when price will continue going. So for that, Simon, you want to pay attention to once you have the higher time frame bias and narrative, or once you have the higher time bias, right? The narrative is what comes from the lower time frames. The narrative is like the story behind why price should do it. And then the macros will tell you when. But the narrative, you build that on the lower time frame. Say you have like a 4-hour daily or a 1-hour bias, right? And you build the narrative on those higher time frames to get that bias. But then you go on the lower time frames to get the narrative. And the narrative will give you, by narrative, I mean like the structure in the price action. So like the 15-minute structure, the 5-minute structure, that will give you the narrative as to why price will do what it's going to do. And then as far as when price is going to do what it's going to do, that's when you focus on the macros. I hope that helps. Can you show what I said about the 15-minute again, please? Yeah, I got you. So we had, I think this is what you're talking about. So we had this market open, right? We had this 15-minute SIBI form, as well as this 15-minute Ferrari that we disrespected. We closed below it and we used it as inversion. But like I just explained, the higher time frames always have higher authority, and they always, higher time frames come before anything. And if you go to the hourly chart, you can see that we had this order block right here. And I even have it marked out on the left side chart, the 1-minute chart. We have it marked out, this order block. And you see this hourly order block aligned with this 1-minute order block, which is a high probability order block. That is probably random. But yeah, go back to the right side chart. This hourly order block is why I didn't really pay too much attention to this 15-minute structure, because I knew that this hourly time frame would have more significance and more authority over that 15-minute structure. Do I live tomorrow? Maybe. I don't know yet. Trade on a live account. Yeah. I mean, obviously the end goal is to trade on a live account. I feel like that should be the end goal for anyone, because number one, these prop firms don't want you to succeed. They make money off of your failure. And then number two, prop firms won't always be around, right? There will come a day where prop firms will get shut down, whether due to regulations or due to, them just not being a sustainable business. Because eventually, what's going to happen, right? And we're seeing it happen right now. These prop firms are just constantly competing with each other, meaning that the rules are going to get less strict, or the prices are going to get less expensive. Basically they're just going to keep competing with each other until it's no longer sustainable. And then when it gets to that point, then either there won't be any prop firms, or they just won't be reliable. Or like I said, some kind of regulation might come out. So the end goal should always be to have, your own live account, be able to, be fully independent. Because with prop firms, you're not fully independent. You're still like relying on a third-party company, and they could, shut down at any moment. So the end goal should always be to be on live account. Really thought price going to take out London low. Could you go over sell side liquidity real quickly once more? Yeah. So we had the reason why I didn't think it was going to come down to London low, I think you're talking about these lows, was because we had a 2022 model on the 1-hour chart, and we also had SMT with ES. So if we go to ES, go on the higher time frame right here, right? So on ES, you can see we took out this low, or I mean, we took out even like this. Basically, we just had an SMT on ES. We came down into this new week opening gap on ES, this huge gap that was left unfilled. And then on NQ, we never even got down to that gap, and we never even got down to this low either. So huge SMT overnight, and then we formed this 1 hour 2022 model, right? Market structure shift right here to the upside. Right, there's your market structure shift. So that is why I was bullish, looking for this high primarily, because this is low hanging fruit ultimately, right? Price is probably going to come up here to all-time highs, or the midpoint of this wick. But I only targeted the low hanging fruit, which was this high. But that's the easy target. But as far as the structure, we had the SMT, right? ES came down to the new week opening gap, NQ didn't, and then we formed this 2022 model, and we also hit this 1 hour fair value gap, right? Look at the bodies of these candles, right? Wicks come down, tap into it, but you can see the bodies respect the fair value gap, the high of it, and then we push higher, creating that market structure shift, and then also creating this order block right here. So there is your higher time frame narrative to build your bias, right? So that's basically how you build your daily bias right there. I just put that in like a mini lesson. But as far as the higher time frames as well, right? The daily chart, we just came down and hit this daily fair value gap. So that's a bullish signature in price, daily fair value gap, bullish fair value gap. 4 hour chart, same thing, we have this fair value gap. And then the hourly chart, the hourly chart was where the main structure came from, because we had the fair value gap in the order block and the 2022 model and the SMT as well. No, yesterday's 1055 fair value gap, and see how it worked today. Let me see. I'll do it on this chart because it's a little bit more clean. Yesterday was Tuesday. I think you're talking about the AM session. I'm going to assume we're talking about the AM session. You talking about this one? There's not even a fair value gap right here. Maybe you're talking about PM. 1055. This one. Let's see. Talking about right here. Am I trading tomorrow? Yeah, I am. Makes sense. Good. You caught that move. What days do I live trade? I don't live trade. I don't live trade anymore. I might start again though. Maybe. I'm thinking about it. Definitely would not be every day though. Also, if you put standard deviation from Asia opening range and London opening range, you'll see some magic happening every day. I will definitely study that, look into it, see what you're talking about. I thought the market structure shift would be after it breaks above that series of downward candles. Why do you consider that market structure shifts compared to that series? You mean over here? This is market structure shift because it's a swing high. Swing high, significant swing high with the context and narrative behind it, right? So we have the fair value gap, bullish structure forming. We have the SMT with ES, and we have the daily fair value gap that we tapped into. So that's why this market structure shift was so significant. And I didn't need to see price, come all the way up here before knowing that it's going to continue higher, because we had, like I said, we had all the other narrative behind it. Yesterday was Wednesday. Oh. I'm tripping. Yesterday was Wednesday. Did I mark out the wrong for baguette then? Yeah, I did. $10.55. Oh, not a text box. Talk about this one. How do I stop over trading? I could have made 10K today, but hit daily loss limit. Stick to your model. That's all there really is to it. Stick to your model and don't deviate. I'm assuming you're saying you could have made 10K if you stuck to your model. If you're saying you could have made 10K just by simply going long with like deviating from your model still, then you're lying to yourself. But if you're saying that you could have made 10K if you stuck to your model that you know, then just stick to your model. Like, don't deviate from your plan no matter what. No matter what impulse you feel, no matter how much you want to get in outside your model, just simply don't deviate from your model. That's the only reason why I didn't catch that buy up. I was waiting for the market structure shift. You see, I thought anything within those series is just noise. I'm going to review market structure shift. Well, no, I mean, as a beginner, right? You're not wrong technically, but this is more of like a advanced market structure shift, because you need to have the context and the narrative behind it, right? It's not like we're just looking at this and I'm saying, oh, this is a market structure shift, right? I'm saying that because we have the context and the narrative behind that single displacement and taking out that high. But if you look at the I think it's literally like his first video or his second video of the 2022 mentorship, then you will see, there's something similar to this. Like, it's literally like the same thing on the 1 minute chart where he takes it's not the exact same thing, but there's no like what your understanding of market structure shift, it's not like completely wrong, but like I said, that was just a more advanced example. Can I explain about the wick constraint culture? Yeah. So we have this wick right here, this long wick, and I marked out the midpoint of that, and you can see how we used it to run lower. And in order for me to, be fully 100% in these longs, aka like a bullish signature in price, I wanted to see price close above it. And you can see here how we were using it, and we couldn't get above it at first. And so I waited until we got above it. And once we got above it, then that showed me that, price genuinely wants to go higher, right? So aka that's a bullish signature to me. That's why I had it marked out. The 75 for AI worked throughout the whole day starting in Asia. Check all points and sensitivity. Let's see. Yeah, we were respecting it right here in Asia session. I'm assuming we closed below it, came up, use it to go lower. Then we used it to go lower again. Yeah, it was pretty effective overnight. Narrative was clean. It's very bullish on the day due to SMT and new day opening gap, 1 hour gap, respect plus clean break above experience. Yeah, exactly. So you already understood the narrative, right? It was just more. I feel like it was probably just more of like a confidence thing or like an experience thing. But now like you said, it was experience. So now you understand. But yeah, I've already been here for an hour and a half, so I'm gonna be ending the stream here. But if you are new, then make sure you do subscribe. First of all, definitely subscribe. Second of all, join the free Discord down in the description. I'll have that linked in the description. It's just a community of other traders, like-minded traders, and I often share my analysis in there as well. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hope you guys learned from it.